not really many good men out there. I'm going West Coast, you guys.
It's hard. It's hard to be a good man. I mean, it's a lot of work.
Well, growing up, my neighbor sucked. All the hoodlums I hung out with fucking sucked. You know?
And that's all you know.
Yeah.
Well, it's like what we're talking about with inner cities. Like if that's all you know, it's very difficult to see a path outside of that.
I mean, if I, say I fucking had a kid when I was younger, like I would have fucked that kid up. I would have fucked that kid up. In white trash trailer park. I mean, I wouldn't have beat him or put my dick in him, but like I would have fucked that kid up. You know?
Right.
It's actually funny. I always tell the story. My dad's dying of cancer, and he's doing his like forgiveness speech. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dude. I'll go see you. He's like, Sean, I was really bad to you and your mom, but at least I never molested you.
Oh boy.
I was like, fuck yeah,
what
Dad.
a low bar.
Like, fuck, I mean, hey,
cheers.
Hey, you never fucked me.
Give me one of those oxys. I'm gonna fucking ride this out with you.
Yeah, man. Fucking
what
hey,
the
dude.
fuck, man?
But I think also too that's why people like me, because most people are fucked up. They see me and they're like, oh yeah, man, like I was fucked up. I've watched my mom get the shit kicked out of her too, like I've dodged a beer bottle on Christmas morning. So I think that's why people like me, because a lot of people are fucked up.
A lot of people are fucked up, but you've managed to go through being fucked up to becoming one of the best fighters in the world.
Yeah.
That's the hard path.
Well, man, I was obsessive. Like I mean, when I was so I didn't really I was fucking angry, dude. Like, I mean, I wanted to fucking kill someone so bad. I was a kid. I'd walk around with a fucking knife, just hoping I'd fucking fuck. I still want to kill somebody. It just would make me feel good, I just I'd fucking love it. But so you had that kind of anger growing up, and I needed fucking. So that's why I was so white supremacist. I mean, could you picture being like? Can you picture? I don't even know what this is like. And no one even interjected in my life. Me being 12 years old, walking around doing the fucking Heil Hitler salute with a fucking swastika on my arm. At no point did anybody say like, hey, maybe we should help this fucking kid, Right. I remember like 7th grade, I took a permanent marker and I drew a swastika on my arm. And the teacher took me outside and like berated me, like pretty much calling me a piece of shit. Like, do you know what that fucking means? Like, like you're a fucking piece of shit. At no point was he like, hey, man, like, why is this fucking, like, 12-year-old kid have a swastika on his arm?
Right.
Yeah. It's fucking, the system's weird, dude. The system's fucking
weird. Life can certainly be weird if you get those circumstances.
Yeah.
But you're like best case scenario from those circumstances.
Training, man. It's fucking training. I mean, dude, I was so fucking angry. Like, and that was the best thing about fighting for me is I could go in the garage every Friday night, Saturday night, and just hit the bag all night long. And when my brother's partying, my brother had these so we didn't have we had parents, but like my dad was probably trying to fuck the girls that my brother brought over for the high school parties, So it's like, my dad was out there probably giving them drugs and shit. So like I would just be in the garage where all these fucking parties and debaucheries and fucking threesomes and foursomes were taking place, and I would just be in the garage fucking smacking the bag, bop, 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 bop. And then like I didn't fit in, so like it was really just a way for Sean's not weird, he's a fighter. Sean's not the fucking weirdo that doesn't know how to talk to people. He's a fighter.
Right. And that gave you your identity.
It gave me my identity. I mean, every night I'd be running at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
where did you start? What gym?
Empire. I started when I was about 14.
And where was that?
Corona, California. And then I had my first smoker fight at 14. So, I mean, I'm fucking old now, you guys. That was before amateur.
How old are you?
I'm 32. That was before amateur MMA. So it's pretty much what you would do is you would just show up, they'd put chairs in, they'd buy tickets, and random people would just show up and you'd fight. Yeah, so that's how I started. And I didn't even want to fight. I didn't want to fight. I was Paul Hare was a fucking scumbag. He was just you would show up and be like, well, if you're training here, you're fighting here. Go sell tickets. Me being a 14. I mean, I think my first fight was against guys 28 years old. My fucking nuts barely dropped, dude. But yeah, dude, anger is a hell of a fucking thing, dude.
Yeah. And it's impossible to grow up like that and not have anger.
Fuck, dude. You know what's weird, though? And the thing is, though, it's not and I try to tell people, I'm not necessarily angry. I'm not angry. Like, I would love to fucking cut somebody open, and I'm not angry. Like, it just sounds nice.
You got to get that out of your system, buddy.
I think I spar 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Buddy, you got to understand, man. You got to understand, bro. You got to understand, people go to therapy. Your brain, dude, the damage is done, bro. It's unfixable. I mean, there was
Don't you think that sparring and training is a form of therapy?
Why do you think I spar so much?
Yeah.